Hi, how are we doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Final Say Pod. How are my two bosses doing today?
Bosses.
Yeah, who you talking about?
Oh, absolutely. How is
Can you please introduce us by our names, please?
yes, we have contractually we have Hot Take Jake and Mighty Ice on the pod.
Whoa,
Um,
one. You messed up. I don't know if you could read that
like I
right.
said, contractually we have Hot Take Jake and Matty Ice on the pod today.
Okay.
How are we doing today, fellas?
Yo.
Having a great day. Not that good of a week, but great day.
I agree. I agree. Um, Anything else you guys want to get into before we start?
You feeling down, Juan? What's
I'm
going on?
just here. I'm just here, brother. Just having a good time, listening to my bosses, having a good time, kicking it.
Oh, he's listening to his bosses. I had to change my name for you. It's part of the deal.
I had to change my whole flow for you. Part of the deal.
Hey, I'm just understanding who I am, bro. I'm just accepting who I am.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, I'm this intro is because of you, bro. You wanted it. You know what I'm saying? You told me if I could introduce
No, you
you,
didn't say the name. I don't want to hear you listening to me.
and I
Hey,
like
I didn't get my name out
and I just proved my point.
contractually.
I just proved my point that you are the dictator of this pod. Anyways,
I am not at all.
starting with the NCAA, Colorado takes care of Texas Tech, winning 41-27. Is it time to start taking Colorado serious?
Well, if you want me to go first, or do we want to talk about the Tech fan that why they lost? Does he want to explain why they lost first?
Yeah, Juan, do you want to explain?
I'll let my two bosses take it away from here.
Oh, okay. Two bosses. Here's the thing. What I saw from this game is what I love the most is this team was down, I think by 10 to 13 points at one point, and they still were resilient. I love that there was tortillas being thrown. Shout out Lubbock, Texas. I guess that's all you know how to throw is just damn tortillas. My gosh, man. It's embarrassing to see that. Those guys could have got hurt. They were throwing tortillas. There was everything against them. And yet somehow, Matt, this team stayed focused. And one thing they noticed, the screen passes. Boy, was that the demise of Texas Tech. Screen passes all day killed this team practically every play you could think of. This game was over before you knew it. There was no chance of them coming back. It was more of, it was an upset alert. And man, Shador and Travis Hunter, shout out Travis Hunter. He's the one that kind of changed that game with that screen pass. And then right there, took that lead like no other. This team is resilient. I think we do need to start taking them seriously. With other teams losing, I know we don't want to say the elephant in the room, but Georgia lost. I'm just saying, there's all these other teams losing. You know, Colorado has a chance to be very taken seriously in the playoffs coming up. And I think Dion could get not even to the second, but maybe to, honestly, the Final Four. I'm really starting to believe it, Matt. They can really make it to the Final Four, bro. I'm just warning you. This team is very good.
You would think that they just beat a top 5 team the way that you're talking right now. You would think that. Not only that, do you honestly have them in the top 12 of the playoffs?
They're going to get it once they beat Utah. I think they play Utah next week.
Utah's not even ranked either.
I know. But to
Like,
finish it off, they're going to get it off. They're going to kill them, and that's it. That's the final of it.
not only that, during this whole game, I saw Travis Hunter acting like a big old crybaby because he's not getting that ball. That's a bad look on Travis Hunter. That's a diva
Your
receiver.
stars want to make star plays. What are you talking about?
You say that, right? But then you argue about receivers in the NFL, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins. I can go on about them being divas and they're bad for the team. But Travis Hunter can get away with it, right? If he can act like a diva and wants that ball. Not only that, before you go.
Well, hold on. No. You don't get to say something so stupid and then just keep going. What do you mean he shouldn't be? They were losing at one point, Matt.
Right.
He
but
wasn't
then
getting the ball.
jumping down, up and down in the air, man, acting like a baby. Come on.
And what
man.
happened when he gets the ball?
That's the only receiver that he has. But
Star player. We're
Not
looking
only
at
that-
literally maybe
only
the
that.
best dynamic duo we've ever seen in college football history. I'm just
that's
letting
not
you know.
true.
Keep going.
Relax. Anyways, I see Deion Sanders. I don't see they making the top 12. I really don't. There's too many teams that you can put in front of them.
Who wins the Big 12?
You can keep who was in the other? I don't know who was even in comp against them. I don't know.
BYU's probably the only undefeated team right now left with the Big 12.
And
That
BYU.
I bet you Colorado would see them.
And
now.
I've said it in the beginning of the season that they're a sneaky good team, right?
If Colorado beats them, they automatically make the top 12, man.
Yeah, and then they get knocked out first round.
You think this team is not real anymore?
No, bro. They haven't beaten anybody that has impressed me at all. Not
really.
one. They just beat Texas Tech, man. Another garbage trash team.
The D line looks very scary. Warren Sapp upgraded this D line the way he's coached them. You have to understand that.
Their defensive line is playing against a bunch of trash teams, like I said. Once they actually meet a comp team, I don't see them winning.
It goes BYU, Colorado, and Arizona State. Top three of the Big 12.
And Arizona State just lost to which team last week? They lost to Tech. Colorado threw them to the ground. They didn't even have a chance. Threw them to the ground. So it's just BYU. That's the only thing that's stopping them from making the playoffs. And they get to see them probably in the Big 12 championship.
They are Colorado's 2-loss team, right?
Yep, 2 losses.
If they lose in the Big 12.
They've got.
If they lose the Big 12 championship, you have a point. But my thing is how are you going to even deny what they're going to do? You have the best quarterback in the league, hands down. You probably have the best wide receiver / even best corner in the league. This is scary to watch. I really do believe they can upset not one but 2 teams in the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to win the championship.
Relax.
Okay.
Colorado has Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State left.
That's
Kansas
it.
Can very well upset them.
Who?
Kansas.
Oh man, yeah, they sure do look good this year.
I'm not saying they look good. Like I said, they can upset them.
I think Colorado wins out, and I think they see BYU for the Big 12 championship. And boy, more than ever, I think Deion deserves his respect. I think we have to put him in that top 3.
Deserves his respect whenever his son and Travis Hunter is carrying that team more than anything.
He moves in, Matt. Hold on.
Whenever he loses those 2 boys, I think.
See, you keep judging on what's going to happen next year. Judge right now what he's doing. Colorado was a 1-win team. I will say this. You will have to put Deion in the top 5 with the Brian Kellys. Who's the Georgia coach? I forget his name.
You can't even think about anybody because he had to throw him. Brian Kelly even threw his ass off.
Steve Sarkisian. You have to put him in that top 5 head coach if he does this. You do. In the college football, yes.
No.
And he's on his way to what I said he was going to become. As good as Nick Saban.
Well, he's going to jump ship after this year.
He's not going to Dallas. I know that's.
I'm not saying he's going to Dallas.
Oh, boy.
But I'm saying he's leaving Colorado.
Okay. We'll see. Bosses are ready for you to go next.
Yes, sir. Number 11 crushes. Number 11 Alabama crushes. Number 15 LSU. 42-13. Is Brian Kelly overrated?
You go first.
You can go first.
No. You first, buddy.
Real quick, Juan, do you mind not stuttering next time? I appreciate that, buddy. As I was saying though, great move. Here's the bull crap. Oh, this one frustrated me. Does Brian Kelly deserve blame? Absolutely. Does he deserve most of the blame? That's what I really want you to ask. 13 points, Matt. Now, remember, you said that this quarterback was all this and all that. and he gave a whopping 13 damn points. Am I supposed to feel that happy? Yes, Brian Kelly deserves 30% of this game. Absolutely. I will give you that. But if we're not going to blame the quarterback, especially for throwing 13 damn points against a Bama defense that hasn't been good all year, where I've seen Georgia score double on them. I've seen Vanderbilt beat this defense. And yet somehow Nussmeier couldn't do shit when it counted most. This was embarrassing. This will probably make sure, and I think he is a senior. He's probably borderline a third-string quarterback if he even gets drafted now with the performance he just put out there. That was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever seen in my life. No chance. Look, when the running game is not there, this is when you have to show me you're real. You're the real team. And somehow you show me time and time again you're not that guy. And here Brian Kelly's looking around wondering, well, shit, man, who the hell's next? I'm hearing that this guy's this great. So I feel so bad. Yes, Brian Kelly, you should have came with a different game plan once we figured out that Nussmeier wasn't it. But it was embarrassing to watch. I know he threw another few picks again. My gosh, it was embarrassing just to look. Yep, 2 picks. Once again, I hope Matt brings that up. I hope this quarterback that he saved his season this whole year, and he's just been throwing like shit the past every time we lose. Somehow Nussmeier's stats don't look great. But, hey, man, just really shows up. I hope you're honest here, Matt. But I'm going to let you go. Go ahead.
Real quick, his stats were 27 for 42, 239 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
Freaking embarrassing.
So I do not agree with you on the percentage of who the blame goes on. This blame, 70% goes on Brian Kelly. Here's why, Mr. Montoya. His coaching adjustments to mobile quarterbacks are by far none.
He doesn't have the roster. Don't blame that on him. One of the
worst.
He doesn't have the
roster.
roster.
Not only that, South Carolina, Lenora Sellers ran all over him until he got hurt. And then that's when LSU took over and won the game.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M. I don't know the backup quarterback's name.
He ran all over them. That's what I'm saying. It was a repeating thing.
I let you talk, sir. Please be quiet and mute your mic. I ran all over him, and Brian Kelly did not know what to do. He did not know how to adjust. Go ahead, Juan.
12 carries for 185 yards.
And then here comes one of the, if not the best running QBs in college football. And he ran all over LSU. So you didn't learn from your mistake the first time. You didn't learn the second time, and you're not learning the third time.
You don't think he knew this was going to happen?
Brian Kelly is this all-time, quote-unquote, great defensive head coach, and he does not know how to make adjustments.
No, he doesn't have the roster.
Garrett Nussmeier, he threw a duck. You know, he didn't play so well. But guess what? Garrett Nussmeier has been carrying this entire LSU team this entire year. Your quarterback is bound to have a bad game every now and then, Jake. But Brian Kelly,
now and then, he's having one every other week now.
This top 5 head coach that you say doesn't know how to make adjustments. You knew this running quarterback was going to come in and run all over you. Matt, and you do not know how to stop them. It's not because of their just because they're sorry defense.
Matt, hold on, let me say this real quick.
Can I say something real quick? Just real quick.
Go ahead.
That running quarterback was accounting for 4 of their touchdowns.
Yes. Hold on. Matt, if 2 guys that bag chips for a fucking living can figure this out, that, hey, we got to stop the run. You don't think Brian Kelly, who's been in the damn league this long, can't figure that out? He don't have the roster.
He
What's
does
he-
have the
hey,
roster, Jake.
eventually the
problem is
Panthers
he
know
does
that the
not
defense
know
is
how
not
to
good
do
enough.
it. He doesn't know.
Oh, stop,
His
man.
kryptonite is running QBs. We've all figured it out. And that is
Matt.
why Brian Kelly is overrated. He's an overrated head coach. We saw the same thing at Notre Dame. I don't know what people thought was going to change at LSU. Hey, I'm sorry, Jake. I'm not the type of guy to call people's jobs.
Oh, he should lose his job
Brian Kelly should be fired. He's not performing up to LSU standards.
now?
He's really not.
I want to add it in. He's 21 ranked still. I just want to add that in.
Hey, congratulations, man. You're going to make the odds with that? Hey, have fun at y'all's bowl game. Have fun at y'all's bowl game because you aren't making the ops now.
That's fine. All I'm saying is he don't have the roster to stop that defense, to stop that offense. I mean, if you've noticed, if the same different teams come in there with the same game plan and keep doing it, eventually you can't keep blaming the coach. You got to start looking at the roster and saying, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? He knows that it's going to happen again, but the roster's not good enough yet.
That's why you so-called great defensive head coach, you should draw up a defensive game plan to stop that, Jake.
Matt, I'm gonna bring it to the NFL really fast just to show you something. Name a bad defense. I'm gonna name the Panthers. Okay. I don't give a crap if who's a great defensive coordinator that we know. Oh, Robert Saleh. I don't care if Robert Saleh takes over that defense. Eventually, there's the same roster there, and you can't do much with that roster.
Yes, you can.
Eventually, he has to upgrade that roster.
Yes,
That's what's going on with Brian Kelly.
No.
He knew the weakness, and eventually he had to understand, and his damn roster can't even figure it out.
So
we suck at stopping the run with quarterbacks.
Can you still blame Brian Kelly for recruiting all those defensive players?
I think he can only do so far. He's only been there 2 years. He's only been there 2 years. He's had 2 off-season recruitings. Don't do that.
Just stop. You don't do that.
Okay.
At some point, Jake,
I would worry by year
that Brian Kelly.
You know what?
Ass.
Next year.
No, stop. Brian Kelly's ass. He had
one of the best
quarterbacks. He had one of the best quarterbacks in college football last year.
Oh,
didn't do
stop
shit.
saying that. I don't know. Hey, Juan, you gotta
And
keep
then
that.
here
Juan,
comes
I know
Jared
you were nodding your
Nussmeier.
head for him on that.
Jaden
Are
Daniels-
you gonna let him nod your head on that
Jaden
bullshit?
Daniels wasn't one of the best quarterbacks in college football last year, Jake. He won the fucking Heisman for a reason.
Dude, their defense sucks because he has to build a bunch of scrubs.
Isn't that a problem, Juan? That your side of the ball is not working? You're a defensive head coach. For 2 years, your side of the ball is not working.
This isn't the NFL. He has to build the high school players still, bro. You got to give them time. They don't just walk in there.
How many more excuses do you have in that bag of yours, brother? I'm just asking.
There's no excuses.
I'm just asking how many more bags you got. How many excuses you got in that bag of yours, bro?
If Georgia would lose again and Alabama would lose again, I don't know why they would keep LSU out. That's all I'm gonna say. And I was the same guy that said 3 losses. But let's be real here.
Rank 21 though.
I
said rank 21.
They can move up still.
No, you put other teams over crappy LSU. You put Boise State. You put BYU. You put those type of teams. You put Colorado's bitch ass in there as well.
You want to see BYU? I mean, you want to see Boise State go against a juggernaut?
I would
SEC
rather
team?
watch Boise State play than
LSU.
Brian Kelly LSU team.
LSU schedule coming up is Florida, Vanderbilt, and Oklahoma.
They'll win every single one of those games.
But does that make them move up in the polls if they win?
It all depends. Georgia lost. Now they have 2 losses. Bama still has 2 losses. But Bama's not just safe. Oh, they're safe now. No.
Bring up Alabama's schedule one.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir.
Bama's not safe.
Bama has Mercer. I don't know who Mercer is. Mercer, Oklahoma, and Auburn.
Hey, you have one of them. You have losing one of them, huh? Go ahead.
I would go. Auburn always plays them tough. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, Auburn. I think they have like 5 losses now, man.
Auburn always plays them tough, is what I'll say to that one. And you never know what Oklahoma can do. They're a wild card too.
Georgia.
Well, LSU literally plays Oklahoma, and you said, "Oh, well, that's a walk in the
They don't have
park."
a running quarterback.
Jeez.
Georgia's next 3 games is Tennessee, UMass.
That could be another L. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, number
Say that
6.
again.
Number 6 Tennessee, UMass, and Georgia Tech.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Brian Kelly, if I'm Brian Kelly, I say, guys, the season is still upon us. That's what I would say. You're on mute, idiot.
Me?
Speaking of Georgia Tech, they took out Miami as well. Hey, so-called Cam Ward, man. He can't beat Georgia Tech, man. I don't see him beating a team like Ole Miss or Texas or anybody like that.
I saw Georgia struggle this past year with a bad team too. Everybody he's been undefeated this whole year. That's his first loss.
Yeah, because they played shitty teams.
Mm.
Hey, Brian Kelly, I don't hear those haters anymore, man. What happened to all them haters? Where's all them Brian Kelly stands, man? Hey, you know what I always say, Jake? I might not be right that day, but eventually.
You know, he's taking my shit from me now? He's
right,
taking my shit from me? Yo, I copyrighted that. He better stop with that crap. Go. Get to the next one. That just pissed me off. You got the Jeopardy one.
Is that all the NCAA? Any honorable mentions you guys want to say?
I'm already pissed off with reading that damn label right there.
And no? Okay, so we're moving on to the NFL, where the Chiefs remain undefeated, beating the Broncos 16-14. Does Hot Take Jake still believe?
Absolutely. Why would I not? Bo Nix went into Kansas City, went into Arrowhead, and outplayed Patrick Mahomes. He did everything he had to do to win that game. His special teams failed him. He did nothing wrong. Let me tell y'all something, guys, and I keep warning y'all. Denver, for some reason, keeps giving the blueprint how to beat this damn team, and nobody watches. You take control. You make sure it's a game the whole way through. This is how you beat Mahomes. You make sure it's a game. You hold them to field goals. Okay? Here's the second part. I know this is tough to do, whatever. No. You play zone coverage. You play underneath the whole time. And then once it gets tighter, you have to play tighter coverage in zone and outplay them. Now, you do have to have the defense to do this, but you can beat them. They did that. And here's the second part. You make sure you get that ball. And this is an easy part, guys. You don't get the ball at the 40 or the other side of the field. You get the ball at your own 30 usually. If they're 6 to 7 minutes, I don't care if they're 7 minutes. You create drives that kill that clock. Sean Payton got that ball and literally knew we had 5 minutes left. He said, I'm not letting Pat Mahomes have this ball back again. And they literally had to sit there. We lost, absolutely. I don't know what the special teams was doing. Every play counts. I don't know why we just gave ourselves the victory thinking that we won the game, being at the 23 and kicking a field goal. But I'm not worried about Denver. And I feel more confident than ever what they were about to become. I'm going to rewind you off 2 teams. And I'm going to bring both sides real quick. Let me cook. I don't know why the Chiefs are being looked at as this great team. This team reminds me of 2 teams. And I don't know if y'all remember one, but I know y'all remember one last year. The Eagles went almost 9. I think they went 9-0. At one point, they were 11-2, I think. That's exactly the Chiefs this year. They're winning close games. They're barely squeaking out victories. This is exactly the Eagles of last year. I want to give you another team. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I think it was one of Big Ben's last 2 Ross. They went a close 9-0, 10-0. The second they saw competition, they got their ass whooped. Lost to a bum-ass Baker in the playoffs first round. Same thing with the Eagles, lost to Baker. I have something going on, guys. I don't see the Chiefs get past the first round. Now, what I mean by that is they're probably going to get the bye week. So that's their divisional round because I think the Ravens and Steelers are going to kill each other. So their first round is the divisional round. They don't get past the divisional round. You heard it here first. I don't give a crap. That is not a real team. I know everybody wants to kiss their ass and all this shit. Oh, man, Pat, let's go. No. They will not get past the first round. We will not see an Arrowhead invitational into the conference championship. They will be out the first round. I'm letting y'all know now. Here's the second part. There's another team I want to remind you of. This Broncos team reminds me of that Bucs team when they won that Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going that far that we're going to win it all. But, hold on, Juan. The laugh of you. Get out of here. Think of this. You're 5-5. And now you're looking at yourselves in the mirror and says, that's the best team in the NFL, quote unquote. And we had them in their home on their number.
Not on your team.
No worry at all. I think this motivates this team like no other. I think Denver goes on a run here. I really do. And I think it's about to get scary. And I think all in all, stuff will happen the right way for them. And it was going to make sure more than ever that there will be a new crown in the AFC West. And I think they'll beat them in the playoffs. Like I've said, Denver will beat them in the playoffs. Go.
Is that just hate coming from your heart that you don't believe that the Chiefs are going to make it past the divisional round?
They're not that good of a team.
Yo, a lot of people thought that last year too, and look what they did. They won the damn Super Bowl.
You know what I love the most, Matt? This year, everybody doesn't, because they looked dumb last year, everybody is now just sticking on the boat, and they're not trying to jump off because they don't want to look dumb. I'm telling you right now, hey, who's the damn captain of the ship? Get me the F off this damn boat, because they ain't real. I want my life raft. I ain't believing in this team. They haven't shown me nothing this year, Matt.
They keep winning, Jake. That's the thing. And that's the only thing that matters in this game is that they keep winning. Does not matter if it's by 15, 30, 1 point. They keep winning.
If they get past the divisional round, I'll be the first user to walk in here and look at you in the face and tell you. That's all me. Hey, that's all me. That's exactly what I'll do. Exactly what I'll do.
Do you believe that will happen, Juan? That he'll say that? I'm just saying.
Yes, I will.
Look, the Chiefs, I agree with you. They keep squeaking by wins, but at the end of the day, they keep winning, and that's all that matters, man. Broncos, I'm not going to call them out just yet. It's a division game. Anything could have happened. It's so unfortunate that y'all lost that way. I even feel bad. When I saw that, I was watching it, split screen. And I was like, damn, should I text him?
No.
Is he crying right now?
He was crying.
I really feel bad for him right now. But I'm not going to say that I believe, but I still think that the Broncos still have a good chance at making the offs. And yeah, man.
Wild card, maybe.
Well, the 7th seed is wide open. That's what we're seeing.
The problem is, Jake, is that you don't, and I know I'm going to get killed for this, but you have to think about it. You have to put on your thinking cap and really thinking about it. Jake, you don't only have to worry about the Chiefs in your division. You have to worry about the Chargers as well. They keep winning. They have
the worst place schedule. I want to add that in.
They keep winning. Jim Harbaugh. Hey, guess what I said last year, man? All Justin Herbert needs is a head coach, man. Justin Herbert is looking good every single week. You can't deny that. Stop it.
He's had better rosters and not look good.
Exactly.
I think all the credit goes to Jim.
I think
all the credit goes to Jim.
He has one of the worst rosters. No weapons whatsoever.
That defense is a top 5 defense. There's a reason why that they're good.
Absolutely. Look what
They're
happens.
telling her.
man.
I
Look
told you what.
happens
I
when
told you last week,
Look
man.
what happens whenever Justin Herbert has a freaking defense, man, and he doesn't have to carry the team like he did the previous years.
Man. Oh, okay.
Look what happens. Oh, it's like almost someone must have called that. I don't know.
No.
who did,
What
though.
I called is they're making sure Herbert doesn't touch the ball much. Run the
He's
ball.
touching
run
the ball, Jake. Pull up his stats, man. He's
Hey,
touching the ball. He's
I
slinging
think
the ball.
He slings it here and there. I think it's
No,
more
he
a
slings
defensive
it
game.
all the time. Stop.
Okay. I don't know. Here's my point. That team, look up their next 4 games, Juan. They have a 4-game slate. And I don't care that you say it's not burst season. They got the Bengals this week. So, hey, Herbert better sling that ball. He better. Because Burr ain't not stopping.
They don't have to worry because Bengals doesn't have a fucking defense.
Okay. He better sling it.
It's Bengals, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs.
Boom, boom, boom. 4 of them. Hey, we're going to see how good Herbert is these next 4 weeks.
3-1.
Okay. Let's see that. I can't wait. Yo, Juan, you agree with that?
I say 2-2.
That's what I was going to say.
No, Jake's gonna say 0-4.
I would say 2-2 because I don't see you getting past the Chiefs or the Ravens.
You won't beat the Chiefs. And yeah, I don't see you beating the Ravens. Honestly, I'm going 1-3. I'll stick to 1-3.
I think you can beat the Falcons and the Bengals.
This is a big 4-game slate here, Matt. You'll beat the Falcons. I think that's it.
I hope whenever they go either 3-1 or 4-0, I hope you have a different tune.
Okay. 4-0. The fact that he said 4-0 is crazy.
Are you saying 4-0 or are you saying 3-1?
I'll let him stick with 3-1. Stick with 3-1. That's fine. But the fact that he even said 4-0 was a chance. You got to slap yourself real quick.
Because you just said the Chiefs were so high in my
No, he reaches. There are guys this guy's in love with. The way you are with Lamar, this guy's been like that with Herbert for years. I can't stand it. Always giving him
He's a
grief.
good quarterback.
Yeah. Get out of here with that crap.
Juan, would you like to say anything about the Broncos and Chiefs?
Please, Juan, so we can get past this topic. I'm hurt.
Do they?
This is one of my.
Do they get your respect this week or no?
Huh?
Do they get your respect this week or no?
Who?
The Chiefs.
They're in my top 5.
No. That's not the problem. The problem
They're
is
in my
where
top
you.
3.
No. The problem is where you gonna have them.
They're in my top 3. What is wrong with
Juan,
saying
I
that?
took a sneak peek at his top 5, man, and just wait.
It's not good.
Just wait.
It's no surprises. It's just it's an honest one.
So at this point, it's hate because they even beat the team you had in the top 5.
So did the Ravens. I didn't put the Ravens above.
But that's my point, is that they beat y'all, and you had the Broncos in the top 5 at one point.
Be real. Should they feel good about that victory that they just won?
No. It doesn't matter.
Andy Reid's after the damn show saying, I don't know, bro.
If they would have won, it would have been any given Sunday, right? Because you guys aren't supposed to win. If you would have won, it would have been any given Sunday. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you win. A dub is a dub from what I hear from you.
And absolutely they should feel good about that win because it was a division game.
The Eagles had the same thing last year, and we heard a different tune. Just because it's Mahomes and Reed, we throw it differently.
Yeah, but what happened to the Eagles last year?
They didn't look good overall.
Right, but what happened to them? It wasn't until they lost to San Francisco like that.
And you say I don't give respect where respect is due. I'm going to say this last point, and then we can move on. I have not put them over the Ravens. I mean, I have put them over the Ravens every single time in this top 5. Yes, I have. They've always been above the Ravens. In my honest opinion, Juan, I think if they see the Lions, Ravens, or Packers, they get their ass whooped. It's not even a game.
But the problem is you haven't put the Ravens in your top 5 till last week.
No, I did have them the week before that. They just went down after the Browns game.
You didn't.
You better go look up the stats. You better go watch those other episodes.
They haven't been in your top 5 at all.
They were in my top 5 the week prior. The week they lost to the Browns, I had to take them out because I didn't know what they were.
No. But we can move on. We can agree to disagree.
That hurt.
So the Steelers continue their hot streak with Russ taking out the Commanders 28-27. Hey, are you going to have that same energy for this game? because they only won on a hard count. That's the only reason they won.
Who, me? You talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Hey, Juan, you trust me on this. I'll give her the reasons why they were winning these games.
And since you're so high on the Steelers, Matt, you go ahead and go first.
Absolutely, I'm high on the Steelers because, man, I got shitted on whenever they made that move to Russell Wilson.
I'll take that.
What's going to change? I don't see anything changing,
Yeah.
guys.
28
It's
to
just going to
27.
move a
Wow.
lateral move. Their offense isn't going to be better.
28 to
It's
27.
gotten so much better, man. And they keep winning with Russell Wilson. And their offense is clicking. The deep ball's there. I was watching that game, and I was like, man, it almost looks like Russell Wilson is in a Seattle jersey. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of seeing like a glimpse of a Seattle Russell. The Steelers are a serious team with Russell Wilson. They were never a serious team with Justin Fields. They were literally scraping by with Justin Fields. But now they're winning.
By this win?
They were winning because of Russell Wilson and that good defense.
What does the score say? Is that 48 to 27? Oh, 28. Okay.
Oh, well, it's funny how you didn't want to bring up last week's score. Like I said, man, Russell Wilson is throwing dimes. He's throwing the deep ball, which they did not have with Justin Fields. Congratulations, Steelers. They look so good. Juan, I know you don't want to admit it. Justin Fields was asked for this team. There was no playoff hopes for this team with Justin Fields. If they did make the playoffs, then they probably would have been one and done. I can see the Steelers making a run with Russell Wilson. You have to put respect on his name. He took out a hot Commanders team. That's all I gotta say, Jake.
Oh, okay. Juan. The Steelers beat the Raiders. You know the score of that game?
32-13.
Mm-hmm. Steelers beat the red hot Chargers. That Chargers team that's so daunting. How about if they beat them by
20-10.
Mm-hmm. They beat the Broncos on a close one, absolutely. Hey, beat the Falcons, the hottest team at the beginning of the season. Beat them 18-10 with Justin Fields. I have a real quick question. Can you look up the last 3 games? Jets, Giants, and Commanders. Does Justin Fields lose any of those games the way that defense is playing right now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. So let me get this straight. This weekend will be the first time I would have said, Matt, that, hey, Justin Fields could not beat the Ravens.
Why did you name their first couple of games?
Because Justin Fields was playing.
Right.
Did you notice there was no difference? They were destroying teams too.
What do you mean there's no difference?
You just said that they're blowing teams out. Guess what? They were blowing teams out whenever they had Justin playing too.
Those were not blowouts. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? 32-13 to the Raiders. They destroyed. They beat that Chargers team that you just gloated about. 20-10.
Yeah, and look, Justin Fields, 14 for 24, a whopping 145 yards,
they
man.
Destroyed them. They won by 2
Justin
possessions.
Fields did that, though, right? Come on, Jay.
Hey, it's the
you
same
gotta
way I feel about
you gotta
Russ.
put facts in it, my boy.
So 28-27.
Yeah,
22-18.
somehow he destroyed them.
And 37-15 is the only one I can give you.
3 touchdowns, bro. When is Justin Fields the last time he put up 2 touchdowns?
Matt, he's throwing it up.
Head, Juan.
And
Thank
he
you.
this is the only thing he's better than Justin Fields. He knows how to throw it up to the tall receivers, and they go get it for him. Absolutely.
That was the dot to Mike Williams. Stop.
Oh,
He did not jump up to get that ball. That was a dot. Stop, Jay.
Here's the next point, too. I believe Justin Fields would lose this week against the Ravens. So, I'm a fair guy. Next Tuesday, if I see Russ outplay Lamar and beat the damn Ravens, I will walk in here and say, okay, we got to give Russ credit where credit's due. He looks unlimited. But if he loses, and I think the way they're going to lose is pretty bad, I want you to understand that Russ is no different from Justin Fields in the end. And they're the same team to me. in this aspect. I believe the defense plays harder and tougher with Justin Fields. They do relax a little bit with Russ because Russ does give him a good lead at times. Here's the point, though.
If they lose, hang on. If they lose, Jake, and Russell Wilson puts up good, decent numbers, you have Russell Wilson as trash.
Does he have those 2 TDs and stuff?
Good, decent numbers. Yes. Is he trash?
Do you think Justin Fields could put up those same numbers?
Why can't you answer the question?
Because we're doing a what if scenario, and
why can't you answer? Right. Well, I'm trying to lead Jake into something.
No,
but
I know what he's trying to lead me into. He always wants to give the excuse to the quarterback he likes.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just saying. You're saying that if he loses, then he's a trash quarterback. That's what I'm hearing from you.
There was no difference. If he loses this next game, there's no different from having Justin Fields or him out there.
There's no difference, bro. I literally showed you a stat that their offense has gotten significantly better.
I just got screamed about a loss is a loss. Take it, Jake. The Broncos got their ass whooped. They lost. And now we're trying to give Russ the benefit of the fucking doubt now?
No, what you were saying, bro, is that if he loses, he's trash.
Oh my gosh. Please, Matt, tell me the excuse we want to give him now.
No, I'm not giving him any excuse, Jake. You're not listening, sir. Jake, what you're saying, if Russell Wilson and the Steelers lose against the Baltimore Ravens, Russell's trash.
If they lose, and it's the same way we think they would lose the same way with Justin Fields, absolutely. I wonder what the difference is. That's what I would say. Not only that, remember, Russ is only being an unselfish player this year. Now, let's say Russ does make them to the playoffs and they maybe win one game. You think Russ stays that unselfishness? And you know where I'm going with that, right? You have no idea?
Where are you going?
That boy's making $1 million right now from the Steelers. You don't think he tells them, hey, put me in. That's what I do. You better start paying me like a real quarterback. I changed it. There's a reason why. See, this is what frustrates me. Sean Payton was right about him. He told you, Russ, take a fucking pay cut. You're not that great. Let's build around you. He didn't want to take it. Okay, that's fine. Now he has a team that's not that good. That's a great better roster than the Broncos. Absolutely. Hands down. I can admit that. And this is what's happening. He's looking good. But do I believe Russ can do this? No. Russ gets it in his own head. This is what happened in Seattle. He got in his own head and he thought he was the Seattle savior. He's not that. What he ends up becoming is he starts overthinking it and thinking he's the guy. In fact, it's the defense. It's the players around him. That's what's so annoying to me. And we're trying now to give Russ this crown like he's Mr. Unlimited. He looks so good again. No. Be real right now. That's all I'm trying to say. If you be real. That's all I'm trying to get at. And if they lose this weekend, it's going to be the exact same way that I would have thought Justin Fields would have lost this weekend as well. Russ has to show me the reason he's there is because they can win games that Justin Fields can't. That's what I believe. Russ has to show me that, Matt. Congrats on your stats, but we're playing to win.
Absolutely.
So,
gosh,
you think the Steelers are going to win this week? Or is that too crazy to ask?
We'll get to that on Thursday.
Oh, man. The way he's been just praising Russ, and he's talked down on Lamar for years. He should be able to just run that home. I hope that there's no change in that one.
All righty then. Well, let's just keep it moving on. Oh, this one was crazy. The Lions won a close one, barely taking out the Texans, 26-3. I believe it was the Texans' game to win. I think Lions had 5 interceptions that game. Jake, take it away since you're so high on the Lions.
Well, I am high. They're number one. But I still think, like I said, the Lions will make the Super Bowl if they stay away from their kryptonite. A healthy J. Love. This is just part of it. This team is ready for a Super Bowl.
It seems like if they stay away from the Texans' defense, to be honest with you.
No. Because the thing is everything went the Texans' way, and they still beat them.
I agree with
This
that.
game gets played 9-10 times.
But this is
Lions win
also-
this.
But this is also a Texas team that you said was falling apart.
Absolutely.
And the number one team barely beat them.
Hold on, Juan.
I mean, and the Texans barely beat them. I mean, the Lions lost.
I'm
to
so
the
glad you
Texans.
said that. This goes back to that CJ Stroud crap that I've been trying to tell you. CJ Stroud's not real. I don't know why we hired him up. You know what's going to be crazy? And I know I'm running with this, and boy, people are going to think that I'm running like crazy. I have to see it first. But what I've seen from Bryce the past 2 weeks already now, eventually, if Carolina gets it right, I think Bryce becomes a better quarterback overall than CJ Stroud. I know it's high and so far-fetched. No. Think about it.
Mhm.
CJ, now, what I noticed, and you have to know this too, do a lot of teams copy the 49ers scheme? Will we not agree with that?
DeMeco
I
Ryans
believe
came from the
last year it
49ers.
was an aberration with the Texans. They went in there, copied the Niners scheme. Nobody really noticed that. And then they started being like, oh, crap, we're playing the night. Well, now, there's no surprise. We now see CJ Stroud for who he is. Bro, I can't stand this guy pointing at himself after the game. No, hey, CJ, point at yourself the whole damn game. Don't do it the last drive. You didn't do shit when it counted. You had a lead like no other. Jared Goff played horrible, and they still won this game. I think this is more about CJ than it should be about the Lions. The Lions are resilient. We know that. But this is about CJ. And I'm being honest. He needs to stop worrying about podcasts and joining Micah's pod and doing all this crap. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to look worse. Because I think in the end, if Bryce Young gets an offensive head coach, and I think they will do that, I think it can very well switch the whole entire draft of what we thought, where we thought CJ was better than Bryce. And Bryce could switch it around and say, no. I just had a bad couple of years with bullcrap dealing with. Now let's see what happens. I'm just telling you. That is a bad look on CJ. They shouldn't have lost that game. That's on CJ. That defense did everything they had to do.
I agree with that. Matty Ice.
Yo,
Dale gas.
do you think that that if Brock Purdy would have threw 5 interceptions, Jake would be calling for his job?
Absolutely.
Listen, I get that they won 100%. Lions, they deserve this win because they wanted it more than the Texans. I have to agree that CJ Stroud is going through that sophomore slump year. It's a bad look. But what I do not agree with that whole what did he say? Bryce Young's
Let's
gonna
see what he
look
gets.
better.
His potential.
Like, I don't see that ever happening.
There's a reason he was drafted
ever.
over him.
But yeah, man, the Texans, they screwed this one. CJ Stroud, they screwed this one. It was a bad look for the Texans. I don't really have much to say.
Well, hold on. Let me add this in. Because you said that Brock Purdy bull crap. I've given Brock Purdy his credit when he's won games.
It doesn't be a Brock Purdy segment.
Well, I'm just saying. So don't say that
No
I would have
worries.
killed him.
Don't worry.
Not only that,
you can talk trash.
do
on
we
that
not?
segment.
Should we not give this going back to Jared Goff? Should we not give Jared Goff credit
No.
for doing what he did?
No.
Throwing 5 picks and thinking that he's never thrown one?
You were so upset with Mr. Nussmeier, and how come you can't give the
They
same
lost.
respect? They barely won. I get that they won, but they barely
I
won.
want these dumbasses to go and listen to themselves the first segment
I
when we
heard
brought
you
up that
say that.
Broncos.
I know what you're
Boy.
talking about.
Boy,
I heard
are we
you say
really,
it. But
contradicting
you got to
ourselves
remember,
today.
you have them number one.
Because
You've
I have
never
them
had the
number one.
Texans in your top 5. Never have you
Okay,
given the Texans.
Hey! Thank goodness I didn't. Boy,
Right.
they show me why they'll never be there.
So if they aren't even in your top 5, and they are barely the Lions, who are your number one team, barely beating them, what does that tell
You
you?
can't have a bad game.
Now there's the Matt excuse. Matt,
You can't have one bad game.
that's the
You
Matt
said
excuse.
Nussmeier. We can go look up Nussmeier stats. He looked bad every damn game recently.
Jared
You
Goff
can't be
was like
bad one
literally
game.
Jared Goff was literally trying to throw this game away.
Jared Goff was, before this game, was a leading candidate
absolutely,
of
but
MVP.
Jared Goff, you
And
have
we're trying to
admit
compare him to
Jared
that
Goff
Nussmeier bullshit.
was-
How the hell do you mean that? Don't ever compare the two.
you got a mouse in your pocket. I never was.
Well, hey, no.
comparing them.
I got one, and he's got a mouse named Matt. There you go. As I was saying.
I never compare them to. Like I said, Jared Goff was throwing this game away. Jared Goff gets no credit whatsoever to this one.
He don't get no credit for being
No,
resilient
bro.
and coming
What do
back.
you mean? First off, that final drive that they did, Jake, he threw one pass. They were running up with those two running backs.
Mind
Jared
you,
Goff
last
did
year I
nothing.
had Jared Goff as the best quarterback in the NFC. Now,
Stop.
of course, I put J Love Live number 1 now this year. But Jared Goff is still in my top 2 and not just not 1. And I have Jaden Daniels edging out the top 3. So
What is that?
yes,
What does that have to do with this game?
because he is showing you
That's fine.
as a top 2 quarterback what he can do.
He didn't
I can
do
throw
it.
5
He
picks
threw
and still
five-
win this game.
He didn't do that in the final drive. Like I said, he threw one pass, and every other play was a run. Stop.
Yo, you hold on here. You're trying to tell me you watched that game as they were down, I think 17, and you're telling me he didn't do nothing to cut. He didn't have to pass the ball to win the game.
He wasn't helping that team. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh man, hey what? Yo, what is going on today? This guy is hating on Jared Goff.
No,
Stop
the
hating on
problem.
him.
The problem is, Jake, is that you fall in love with the player so much, man. You can't put any blame or anything.
No.
on that
What
one
I'm saying is that he didn't look good. Hold on. If I didn't put blame on him, I'd have him number 1 still. There's a reason I put him number 2 now. I don't think he's a better quarterback
It's
than J Love.
because you fell in love with Jordan Love.
Oh, no. I'm just being honest. What I'm trying to say is Jared Goff, y'all have to understand this. This piece of trash has a monkey on his back after the Rams threw him to the dirt. Said, go to Detroit and have your career done for. And he came from the ashes, the fucking ashes, and said, hell no. Now I'm going to show y'all that I can do even better than what Matthew Stafford could do with his team. Matthew Stafford never sniffed a damn playoff win.
Matthew Stafford didn't have anybody on his team.
What?
Calvin Johnson, and look what Jared Goff has. He has one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. He has a two-headed monster at running backs, bro. He has Amari St. Brown. He's no bum.
You had Calvin
He's got a
Johnson
good
at
tight
one
end
point.
in San
You had
Laporta.
Calvin Johnson at one point, and you had Reggie Bush. Stop that.
Reggie Bush, that was on his downfall.
Didn't win one playoff game ever in Detroit. What a slap in the face, guys. Don't do that again. Next one. My gosh. I can't believe you just said that. Matthew Stafford didn't have nothing.
Calvin
practically
Johnson,
the greatest
he had
receiver of that generation.
Exactly. You named one player. I
I
named
named
about
2.
You named 2. I named about
He
7.
had a triple head monster.
Did he
It
have
was a
one of the
triple threat.
Did he have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL?
The same way I blame Big
Okay.
Ben when he had Antonio Brown and Le'Veon
Okay.
Bell is the same way I blame the Detroit Lions. The same way. Matthew Stafford should have at least won one playoff game with that roster. Come on, man.
Moving
Don't do that.
Moving on. Moving on. Are the 49ers back after winning a close one against the Bucks, 23-20?
I'm gonna let you cook one. Go for it.
No, you got it.
This dude. Are they back? No. I don't think they're like 100% back. Now, we all know that the 49ers, they like to start off slow. We've all said it. We've all heard it. Now that CMC's back, I think that they can make a good run with this team. Ricky is looking like a not number 1, but number 2 at least in that offense. He's looking very well. Absolutely. Juwan Jennings is back. Kyle Shanahan put him in a new position at the X position, looking great for BA. Deebo Samuel, he's not like the same Deebo Samuel, but he's there whenever we need him. The chemistry that that Brock Purdy and George Kittle have is undeniable. One of the best chemistries between a quarterback and a tight end. Defense still kind of iffy, kind of there, kind of not. We're missing our heart right now in Dre Greenlaw, but he will be back eventually. He won't be back next week, but he maybe in the 2-3 weeks, maybe just in time for the offs. I think that I also told you, Juan, that Christian McCaffrey was going to get the bulk of the running. And I think he had over 100 all-purpose yards against the Buccaneers.
13 for 39 running and 6 for 68 passing.
With Christian McCaffrey back, it's what we need to get our offense going. Now, there was some rust with Christian, but that's fine. That's okay. Brock Purdy, he looked amazing, by the way. Amazing.
25 for 36, 353 yards.
Now we're going to play Seattle. I think it's a home game, and we're going to continue this hot streak to make a run for the Super Bowl.
I want to stop your biggest elephant in the room. Are you not worried about your special teams?
Jesus Christ.
Are you not worried about your special teams?
Here's the thing, right? Jake Moody, he was out. He had a high ankle sprain. I don't know if that was on his kicking leg or what. But
it's not the leg that he plants on. It's the leg that he kicks with.
I think that it's rust. Before that injury, Jake Moody missed one field goal all season long, and he was great at everything else. So I think it's just rust. I don't know. Those 3 field goals was not helping us whatsoever, though. But he came in clutch at the end of the day.
Well, I'll add this in also. Was it right for Debo, gosh, one of the most overrated guys, to just push him like that? Did you accept that? Respect that?
Yeah,
He's on mute.
He didn't push Jake Moody.
What did he do? He grabbed him?
He pushed Tabor Pepper.
He didn't even touch Jake.
He pushed the long snapper in Tabor Pepper, not the kicker in Jake Moody.
Okay. Whoever he pushed, was that right of him to do? Oh, it didn't matter who he pushed. He pushed his own teammate. He was calling out his own teammate.
You know, whenever and even Kyle Shanahan said it too, that the long snapper overreacted by Debo just telling him to lock in. And Peppers came at Debo. So
I understood. From what I understood, Debo was telling Moody, hey, lock in. Tabor Pepper stepped up. Debo went to push him out of the way, and instead of pushing him in his shoulder, it caught him in the face.
I don't know if Debo takes that same thing. Remember that when I tried to tell y'all 3 weeks ago, whenever they played the Cowboys, and he missed that pass, and y'all said that Brock Purdy threw it behind him? I wish somebody would have told Debo and said, hey, man, catch the pass next time if it's in your damn hands. You're a fucking wide receiver. Take the damn catch it. It's there for you. I wonder if Debo would take that. I just want to add that in. I don't know. I think Debo's a little overrated. I don't know. I get killed for that, saying that over and over again. He doesn't really do those surprise runs anymore on the sweep he was known for. He's a bad route runner. I mean, he's there practically just out of physicality. He reminds me of Zeke of the Cowboys, in my opinion. I'm just calling a spade a spade. He's there just for his name. I don't know. My whole thing is y'all could win without him, in my opinion. And I think he'll be proven when he's off this team next year. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's been proven that we can't win without him.
How is that?
I think that every game that we haven't had Debo, we had not won. To be honest,
we would need to look up those stats because I think Brock. Absolutely, you say I never give credit to Brock. Brock did look great this week. Here's the other point though that worried me.
Debo's a bum, but he got 62 yards receiving.
Yeah, great.
And most of that was after the catch, but he's a bum.
Like I said, I've always believed he's past his prime. He's not as great as he once was. His name is bigger than him. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
He's a bum, though.
Okay. As I'm saying, Brock looks good. Here's the only worry I have. and you even had this, Matt. This should have been a blowout. This should have been a blowout. That team was on Monday night the week before. They played late. Their defense was on the field longer. I don't know how y'all didn't blow them out. Does that not worry y'all at all? That
No.
they had a game with them?
Buccaneers always play up to their team.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that question. Y'all can move on now. Oh, go ahead, Matt. One.
I looked it up, and AI told me that the 49ers record when Debo is not playing or leaves a game early, we're 0-3.
This year?
Just in general, the whole time.
What? I gotta look that up.
I think that was really just before Christian McCaffrey joined in.
But I'm just saying, though, it's been proven that we can't win.
Right, but I think that was before.
If you're trying
Christian
to tell
McCaffrey
me
came in.
it's go C-Mac and then Debo's right under him, I really want to slap you on with that.
I agree with that. I think that was before we got
That's
Christian
We
McCaffrey.
were just talking about Debo. I don't know why we keep bringing up C-Mac.
No. But I'm
You're
we're
bringing
up
up
the
how, hey,
record.
without Debo, we can't win.
Yeah.
Well, we had that with C-Mac. We understood that. The fact that you're trying to throw Debo's name
No,
now
we
in there
won
like he's high
without-
and mighty,
Well, we won without C-Mac.
I think you've won without Debo before too.
It just says right here, no.
Okay.
Debo missed a couple games last year, man, and I think that we won.
I'm telling you right now.
I
Juan,
just
we were
looked
gonna
up.
look this
I'm
up.
not doing this on my own. It's not something I'm doing. I just typed it in Google.
There
I'm
ain't
just
no
saying,
way.
man.
I want to look it up, and I know we don't want to hold the audience, but we will look this up. Debo's full record when being out.
It says all time, okay? The San Francisco 49ers have an 8-10 record without
So they
without
have won
Debo.
without him before then.
8-10.
So we
Compared
have
to what-
won.
Come
Who's
on,
Debo?
man. There's no way you're trying to throw me that Debo's
No,
not
you
this.
guys keep adding
See,
Christian
Mac, Debo.
McCaffrey.
No,
Huh?
all I was saying is that I think that quote unquote 0-3 or whatever was like one season without Christian McCaffrey. That's
No,
what I
I
was
brought up
saying.
C-Mac. The fact that you're bringing up Debo, like without him, y'all lose. You're practically telling me, Juan, if Debo comes out with an injury, you're losing out. Well, do you agree with that, Juan?
It says leaves a game early, not playing, or leaves a game
This guy
early.
is sticking to it, bro.
It's
All right.
This
right
boy is sticking
here.
to it. Okay. Next one. My gosh.
It's right there. Golly.
I also said like in 2021, by the way.
And no, underneath it said in 2021 when both Debo and Christian didn't play, we got blown out 23-0.
More than likely than Christian. Then let's move on though.
Yo, I'm hitting Google. Is Caleb Williams a bust? That's the real question. I don't know why.
Oh, you're
I
going to
don't
kill
know.
somebody for their question?
I don't know why we have to keep going all the way. Is Caleb Williams a bust looking? Is Caleb Williams looking like looking? Wait, wait. I know you didn't do it in the banners. No, don't fix it now. No, don't fix it now. I gotta type it. Yo, you. Is Caleb Williams a bust? Yeah. Is Caleb Williams?
I had it right the first time, but someone deleted all my banners.
Oh, now he's blaming me again.
Anyways, is Caleb Williams looking like a bust at this point of the season? This is really a Matt segment because Matt rides that dude like no other. So
I was right, by the way. I just looked at the list that I just sent you before Jake
Yeah, but
deleted
this-
it.
but this is before the deletion. Now that you typed it up the second time, you look like an idiot.
Nope. I was right the first time.
Hurry up.
Is Caleb Williams looking like a bust? Absolutely not. He's not looking like a bust whatsoever. Absolutely not.
The stats would say different.
Hang on. Absolutely, Juan. But I have something to argue against that. The coaching is not there. The first off, Matt Eberflus didn't work before Caleb Williams was there. What makes you think he was going to work with Caleb Williams there?
So that
Not
it's
only that. Hang on, Juan. You didn't want to talk on the 49er segment. All of a sudden, you want to talk now.
because
I'm
I
your
said
boss.
to
I'm your boss. Shut up, Juan.
shit.
Juan. Jake. You cannot You cannot throw the ball whenever you're spending half the time on the ground. You can't do it. Caleb Williams has one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. You can even check. Hey Juan, how about you AI Google this, bro?
I got you.
Who's the most sacked quarterback in the NFL this year? Oh, I have one, Juan. I have the answer right here. It's Caleb Williams.
I love what Matt Hasselbeck said. QB sacks are usually because of the QB for holding the ball too long.
It's not because of the QB. Bro.
Okay,
It's because of the offensive line.
an NFL quarterback that has made it to Super Bowls has said literally, usually when you're getting sacked that much, the QB's holding it too long.
And an NFL legend wide receiver said he had no problem with Deebo Samuel doing that, but yet you said the problem. Please be quiet. Please shut up.
This question
like I
too.
said, man, Caleb Williams is not a bust.
No,
he has
I
a
believe
piss
Deebo's overrated.
poor offensive line. He has no help on the offensive line. Terrible. I feel bad for the guy. He's spending half the time on that ground. He has no time to throw that ball.
Juan, I have one question for you, Juan. Did Justin Fields get this grace last year with Matt when we would talk between us? Or did Justin Fields get this damn grace?
We never even talked about Justin Fields.
Oh, he didn't talk. Hey, you don't even believe in him when he's got a better team. So why did he get the grace, Matt?
So he has a better team and he's still looking like ass.
Oh, hey, it's time to put stuff where it's at. This guy's fourth right now. Out of 4 quarterbacks in the league of rookies, he's fourth. You have Jaden Daniels 1, Bo Nix 2. I think it's time to put Drake May above him. Drake May went head-to-head with the worst roster. Can you name a wide receiver or a tight end from that team? Oh, they're going to say Hunter Henry.
Kendrick Bourne.
Let me bite my nails.
Kendrick Bourne.
Oh, is he better than any of the wide receivers out there in Chicago? No. Is he better than DJ Moore?
Well,
Keenan Allen?
Before the season even started, man, and this was, behind closed doors, I even said that Drake May was going to be the best quarterback.
Okay, that's fine. So what's Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels looking better than him for?
Better than Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Okay, easy. That's the most easiest question
he's
ever.
He's gonna run to the offensive coordinator.
Jaden Daniels, Cliff Kingsbury. Hey, Bo Nix.
What is that?
Sean Payton. Like, I don't know, man. And guess what? Caleb Williams, Matt Eberflus. So, I don't know what you want.
Oh, he's talking about Lenore getting a freaking 5-year deal.
Breaking news.
Gosh. Here's my point.
Wait,
this is supposed to be this.
Breaking news. Go ahead, Juan.
Breaking news here on this new segment. Yamado Lenore just reached a 5-year, $92 million.
Who the hell is that? The
One
corner?
of the best corners in the NFL, baby. Lockdown.
I told you we were gonna keep Lenore, dude. I told you.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Back to Caleb.
Better lockdown than PS2. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Yeah, you shut up. Don't even do that. Caleb right now looks bad, bro. And to add this in, I think it only gets worse. This is the best receivers you got. I don't know if you keep Keenan Allen after this year. And they already said they want to keep Matt Eberflus another year. I don't think it's Matt Eberflus' fault. Their defense plays decent.
I think they just fired their offense coordinator.
Absolutely. But I'll tell you this, their defense plays decent. Their defense still plays decent. They win games because of their defense. Caleb, I tried to warn guys, man. I tried to warn guys about this guy. People were overhyping him. He was on every damn Wendy's commercial you could think of. Oh, try these new saucy nuggets. Hey, why don't you get your own sauce first in the NFL before you start giving me saucy nuggets as a good thing to sell me? Sell yourself first. Don't just expect yourself to be this great already. Come on, man. Call spade a spade. This guy was that real? This guy's that good? He's losing to bad teams. The Patriots? The Patriots won that?
It's tough to beat a team whenever you're spending half the time on the
Drake
ground.
May doesn't have can you name their offensive coordinator?
Like I said, it's tough to win whenever you're spending half the time on the ground.
Slap in the face, bro. Caleb, you could very well be on the clock soon.
So you said Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Drake May, and Caleb
Caleb's number 4. He's number 4.
If you had to do that out of the 4 quarterbacks, Matt, where would you rank? What would your ranking be?
Pretty much the same.
So you would put Caleb at 4.
As of right now, yes, absolutely.
And we're scared too because we have 2 other rookies that didn't get to start this year. I'm just saying.
Why did you give balloons?
What was the other rookie besides JJ?
Michael Penix.
Okay.
I'm just saying. There's 2 rookies that haven't started. This guy could be 6 by the time we know it. I'm just saying. Son of a gun. That's just scary to me.
So the Bears, Matt. The Bears have Packers, Vikings, Lions, Niners.
The Bears are done for the season. The Bears are done. The Bears are done.
I said at the beginning of this pod, when we first started this damn pod, he had to have an Andrew Luck type season to me for me to believe his hype. He's far from that. He's far from that. This guy was that hyped. He was as hyped as what Andrew Luck was hyped 12 years ago.
Andrew Luck had one of the best offensive lines on that Colts team.
If you don't get out of here, that offensive line, that Colts team was terrible. They went 3-12 the year before.
They arguably had one of the best offensive lines in the NFL.
You know who his coach was? Chuck Pagano. Do you know who that is? I sure don't either.
Yes, I watch him all the time on Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, he shows up and just says hi and bye. I don't know crap. He's known for one of the worst plays ever made in history. Come on, man. Like I said, it's bad on Caleb, bro.
We have. Okay, I was making sure that was the next one because I know we added one and I don't know where it's added into.
Did I add it? I forgot to add it.
So, did you even do the banner for this?
Yeah, yes, I did that.
I'm just making sure, man. So, coming up next, we have Hot Take Jake's top 5. Get it going.
Go and put it on there for me. And hide me, too.
No, hide me. I'm the nobody.
Why hide you?
Because I'm the nobody. You're the bosses, bro. Matt, you're up here.
What a piece of trash.
I know, bro. Like, it should be him because he's the face of this part.
All right, guys. HTJ's top 5. We got to be real. I think we will have a new top 5 by after this week, though, because if you notice, 4 and 5 do play each other. We're going to start out 1 through 5, though, because it's very easy to go through it. Lions 1, resiliency at its best. They are practically going to a Super Bowl, barring no Packers matchup in the playoffs. That's how they do it. A healthy Packers, which means Jay Live Life.
Oh, you got pink eye.
Shut up, ass. Number 2. Boy, can we not say anymore? Can we start believing in this Eagles team? They went into a divisional game.
Oh, the Cowboys. Oh, my gosh. You complained about the sunlight. Hit them in the
was
face.
it you or was it Matt that brought up the division? Oh, division games are so much tougher. I think that was Matt. Division game. They go into Dallas.
The Eagles have the Commanders next.
Absolutely. We're going to see what happens there. Eagles go into Dallas and beats them. Not just barely beats them. They manhandled them.
It was the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
Stephen A. even gave up. He didn't even do a laughing thing this week.
That's a tough loss for the Cowboys. Now their season's done.
No, their season's been done. Ever since Dak, since Dak went on IR.
We found out today that Dak was done for.
He was on the IR before this game.
Well, I'm saying that he's done for good now. Like he was still going to come back.
They've been done. They got Jonathan Mingo.
Oh, get out of here, hater. Number 3, we're going to go Chiefs. Look, we know what happened.
Bro.
Guys, this team keeps winning close games. There's no way I can believe that they can beat those 2 teams above them. I don't even say they could beat the 4th team, but out of respect, because they beat them earlier this season, week 1,
the Broncos.
Give the credit where credit's due. Absolutely. They beat us. Absolutely.
They are
Fluke
undefeated.
happens.
They are undefeated. How many more flukes do you got to get? They are undefeated.
They do have the Bills coming up. I just want to add that in.
Yeah, you said that about the Broncos. You said that about the team before that.
It's a lie. Stop. You don't do that. You know what happened.
They shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's like kissing your cousin, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Stop kissing your cousin and be real. They're undefeated.
I like what Billy Bob Thornton said one time in Bad News Bears.
That guy also had Angelina Jolie and lost her. So remember that before you say
He
what
was
you
old
got
as
to
hell. Hold on, give him credit because
Right.
hey,
Right.
same thing with HTJ. Them divas downgrade, and that's the best thing that can happen.
I think Billy Bob Thornton was the upgrade because he got Angelina Jolie in.
Oh yeah,
the
that's what I'm
movie
saying.
thing.
Hey, did Angelina Jolie downgrade?
So who? She
You're
got
damn
Brad.
right.
She got
You're
Brad
damn right.
Pitt.
I
What
don't
are
wanna
you
hear
talking
that.
about?
She
That's the
downgraded.
hottest dude in the game.
Yeah, you're crazy. Number 4 Ravens. Nothing said, nothing more. They beat the Bengals. Squeaked out that win. They stopped Burr because Burr doesn't have a defense. Poor guy.
Oh yeah, global warming.
Last one, number
Global
5.
warming.
I'm gonna give Russ his credit while it's there, but they do got the Ravens this week. Russ has to play the Ravens. You did beat the Commanders. I'll give you the credit. I had the Commanders above, and I got to give credit where credit's due. You beat the Commanders. I had the Commanders 6. You moved up Steelers. I got to give it with the Rams losing, which I think the Rams still have a chance to come back and still do their thing. But they did come out my
You
top
are
5.
such an idiot. They
I'd
lost
put
to
them
the
number
Dolphins.
6 right now. The Rams. I'm going to eke it out with the Rams 6 in my opinion, and number 7
They
is
lost
I'm
to the
going to
Dolphins. We have a better record. Why can't we get no respect?
I have to see more from y'all first. I'm actually going to put the Cardinals.
Like
number
I said,
7.
Like I said,
7.
I don't have a problem with you putting the Cardinals in there, but you still have the Rams at 6.
I'll tell you this: the Rams look a little.
What
You
is
know
their-
why they lost.
But still, why did they lose, Jake?
The Dolphins were a very desperate team this week.
That doesn't mean nothing.
A desperate team can surprise you. I think so. That's what happened. A desperate team surprised them this week. That's all it was. This was win or go home. They knew they were going to lose their season once they lost this game. So that's all that happened. That's what happened, honestly. That's exactly what happened. So, like I said, guys, one
Having
more
the
time.
Rams at number 6 is so disrespectful to the other fucking teams in the
I
league.
put Rams.
It's
number
so
6.
disgusting.
Bro, when they play well, they're
Vikings.
one of the
We keep
dangerous
talking
teams.
Vikings.
Stop saying the Vikings. Stop
We
saying the
keep
Vikings.
talking
You gotta stop saying the
Vikings.
Vikings. You gotta stop that.
It's disrespectful to the Bills.
That's what I'm saying. Bills.
The thing about the Bills
The-
that they remind
They
me
got
of
blown
the
out by
same
the
team over and
Ravens.
over.
They did it.
Yes.
They got blown out by
Okay.
the. So did the Broncos.
The
I would
Bills
put
have, the Bills have
I-
won literally 5 straight.
Mind you, the teams that I don't have the Bills over is the Cardinals, and because the Bills are number 8 in my opinion. I have the Cardinals who lost to them in week 1 when they were not ready. So I think the
Yeah.
Cardinals could beat
Neither
them.
were neither were the Ravens. They weren't ready either when they lost to the Chiefs.
That's why I'm giving the Chiefs respect like you say I never do.
You leave them in the middle, which is stupid. It should be Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, Steelers. I'll give you Steelers at 4. The Eagles, I don't understand. If they beat the Commanders next week, then I'll give it to you. They have a reason to be in there. But at this point in the league, no.
They've destroyed a lot of teams. You got to give them that.
Shut up.
Like I said, top 5 guys. Tell me what y'all think. We loved it. It was a great one. HTJ's top 5. And I'm by myself now. What happened?
Nobody wants to talk to you after that dumb list.
Yeah, shut up. And why are you on mute?
I'm not on mute. You can still
Not
hear me.
you, your face. Well, you got to bring up the next topic, idiot.
Well, I don't know what the next topic is. I thought you were going to add that before we talk about that.
No. We're talking NBA last.
Well, if you would just stop doing additions all the time, maybe we could, you know what I'm saying?
Shut up. I'm making it right now. Ask the question for Matt. Let me make it.
Okay, so coming up on Thursday Night Football, we have the Commanders 7-3 versus the Eagles 7-2. Who takes control of this NFC East team? I mean, yeah, whatever.
You don't know how to read one? Was that not good enough for you, sir? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Fill the air one.
I hate you so much. Will you just tell me who it is? Look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
Go for it, Juan.
I'm going to be 110% honest with you. I think the Commanders win this game because they lost last week or whatever week. They're gonna play with a little monkey on their back. They know they're better than that. They lost because of some fluke hard count. You know what I mean? They know they are better than that. I think the Commanders are gonna beat the Eagles, and they're gonna should be some respect on HCJ's top 5.
The Commanders will win this game because yes, they did lose a heartbreaking loss against the Steelers. And I believe that the Eagles are on their little high horse beating a trash team, the Cowboys. They're going to be going in this game thinking they're the top dog of the NFC East. Like, yeah, that's what we just did to the Cowboys. That's what we do. I believe the Commanders will come up on top. Jaden Daniels will come up as the best rookie quarterback in the NFL and take out this Eagles team and humble this Eagles team. And hopefully by the Commanders taking this Eagles team out, that the Eagles fall off of that terrible top 5 of Jake's and maybe put the Bills in at least.
So you're hating on the Eagles. If they win this game, do y'all give them their respect? I know Juan said it. You give them their respect, man?
I never disrespected them whatsoever.
You just said that it was a bad top 5.
It is a bad top 5. It's terrible.
Why is it a bad top 5?
Yeah, like you don't have the Bills. Like that's my argument.
Who's in there that shouldn't be in there? Who's in there that shouldn't be in there?
The Eagles.
First off, the Lions should drop from number 1.
Why is that?
Because they shouldn't have won that game. We all know it.
Oh, and the Chiefs?
And the Chiefs won that game. They're still undefeated. Put respect on their name.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They shouldn't have won the game, but then the Chiefs, well, they're undefeated. Why they should have won their game?
I would take out the Steelers and put in the Bills. And I'm high on the Steelers.
I'm giving respect to Russ. I thought you
I'm high. Absolutely. I'm high on the Steelers, but I'm a realist, Jake. You should put the Bills in your top 5.
You still think the Eagles are number 2?
Eagles number 2. I don't really care about that. The Chiefs should be top 2. I would put Chiefs number 1, Lions 2, Eagles 3, Ravens 4, Bills 5. In fact, you know what? I would put the Bills over the Ravens. Bills 4, Ravens 5.
The Ravens blew out the Bills.
Yeah, and that's probably why you can't put them up there, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm trying to
get. You can take the Eagles out and put the Bills in underneath the Ravens.
Let's be honest. Like, we're over here saying, well, you can't put the Bills over the Ravens because, the Ravens blew them out, blah, blah, blah. But this whole list doesn't make sense anyways. He put Rams at number 6 for crying out loud, man. So
that's my point.
The list doesn't make sense anyways, man. So
that's my point.
Hey, bro, put the Bears and the Panthers in there. Might as well. The Bills are one of the hottest teams, bro. They won 5 straight. Shut up.
They look okay. We'll see.
Anyways, who do you got?
I'm going to go Eagles. And let me tell you why.
Because
I was thinking hard on this one.
I have them in my top 5.
It's in Lincoln Financial Field. You're playing in Philly, bro. And I think Jaden Daniels, I'll give my brother-in-law one credit that he told me whenever we were watching the Eagles this past week. And he said one thing. He said, dude, the Commanders are going to fall. And I didn't understand it. He wasn't hating on them. He was just saying the Commanders are a young team. They're going to start making some mistakes. I have to accept that. And I started noticing that. So I'm going to go Commanders will lose this game 27-24. And that's now a 2-game slide. And Jalen Hurts will show you why he's a top 5 quarterback in that conference.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got, one?
I already said it, man. If you were
paying, yeah, you did.
All right. Is that it?
No, well, last one. Get the last one.
Hit the banner because I don't have it on my thing. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, we're going to move on to some NBA. That's not how you spell for real.
That's not how you spell for real, bro.
That's what I just said, too. Yo, can I get the banner up?
That's not how you spell it, Juan.
Yo, you're on mute, idiot.
Oh, I typed it fast.
So the Commanders, that defense, you don't think is going to overwhelm the Eagles?
No, because I think Saquon's going to show you.
Do they? Okay, well, now we're moving on to the NBA. Shut up. I was trying to fill the air. The Cleveland Cavs are 12-0. Are they for real?
This is a little scary. I don't never believe in my boy Donovan Mitchell.
He's got ugly shoes.
But this team could very well represent the East. I think they're chasing the Warriors, that 73-9 Warriors right now. I really do. This is scary to watch. I know we're early in the NBA, but we cannot hide this. The Warriors were beating everybody in their way, and they saw the Warriors and destroyed them. The Warriors, I think, are 8-2 right now. 8-2 or 9-2. And this is what they're doing to everybody in their way right now. I think it's time to give the Cavs respect. This team is definitely going to be the 1 seed. I'm now worried for LeBron to win that final one. To beat your old team is going to hurt. But that's going to be a tough slate to go overcome. And it's going to be tough as a Lakers-Cavs championship would be one of the greatest ever to watch because you're watching your team versus your former team. But now more than ever.
What are you talking about, man?
Huh?
They smoked the Lakers whenever they played them.
Absolutely. But whenever they see each other, I think you're going to – playoff is totally different. What I'm trying to say is –
the Lakers don't show up.
Okay, if you're going to hate on LeBron, just chill.
I'm just going off of what you're saying, buddy.
Right. No. What I'm saying is I'm giving the Cavs their credit. They look dangerous.
Yeah, but you brought up the Lakers for some reason. I don't understand.
Well, I'm saying whenever we see the NBA Finals, the two teams
I don't know why you brought up the Lakers.
We don't know why you assume the Lakers would be there.
That's what I don't understand. You said finals and you brought up Lakers. I don't understand that.
Guys,
they can't even beat the Nuggets, man, and you want to bring up the Lakers.
I don't think the Nuggets are all that hot ever since getting Westbrook.
You didn't think they were hot whenever the Nuggets beat the Lakers last season.
Okay, I'm just saying the Nuggets don't look so good this year. They got Westbrook and they do not that great.
That's fine. Okay.
That's fine,
okay.
Like I said.
Okay.
I think the Nuggets will not have a promising season this year like they've had. Their demise could be televised.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, man. I absolutely hate Jeff for pointing that out to Jake.
He never did.
That's all he says every time.
No, I have not.
This is your fault, Jeff. Thanks.
As I was saying, give the Cavs credit where credit's due. They deserve it.
They're 12-0. That's great. But how many games does the NBA play?
82.
Okay. Well,
they're right there, though. They're chasing history, is all I'm saying.
They're 70 games away. They're 70 games away from chasing history. Okay.
Yo, you're hating on them.
And that's just regular season, by the way.
You don't believe in D. Mitch?
I don't like him. Why? He's got some ugly shoes, bro.
See, he's judging off of his shoes.
Have you seen the Donovan Mitchell flash, dude? Ugh. And he signed with Adidas? Ugh. I can't do it.
Okay.
Only Adidas person I probably get shoes.
I was just wanting everybody to understand the notice of how good it's going to look.
I mean, like I said, man, it's too early to call. Like you even said that. They still got to beat the best team in the East, the Boston Celtics.
I don't know. I think they're better than them now.
Yeah, just because you're going off by their record.
I'm just saying they look really scary.
Celtics only have 2 losses, man. They're not bad.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Just don't ever bring up the finals and Lakers in the same sentence, please.
I think LeBron's got one more in him. Get ready.
Save that for the other trash can. Pod.
Did you want to bring the Mike Tyson fight this weekend, or you want to wait till Thursday?
I don't want to bring that up. I guess we can wait for Thursday on that, but I don't even want to talk about it. So I will give my opinions on that on Thursday. I don't Well, I have to give my opinions on it today, though, right?
No.
Yeah, because it'd be Friday.
Yeah, because that fight is on Friday. We dropped the pod on Friday.
Oh, so talk about it.
That's why I did it early. Go ahead.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Finally, we get him to fight a boxer that everyone keeps saying that he didn't fight a boxer.
That
But
counts. That counts as a boxer now?
I was going to say, does Mike Tyson count as a boxer now? Granted, he's still.
Please tell somebody else that question. Don't tell me.
I know, but I'm saying he still looks great. He still looks sharp. He's all the things above. But I just don't think that this is something that should be happening. There's a reason it got postponed because they couldn't get it sanctioned, and I agreed with it when they wouldn't get it sanctioned, and now found some shortcuts, and Nevada finally sanctioned it. I just don't understand this fight. I don't. I mean, if Jake wins, are we really going to be like, yeah, Jake's fight a boxer?
If he loses, this hurts his legacy.
Does it, though?
I don't know how it does not, Juan.
Yeah, because it's Mike Tyson. I mean, that's what Mike Tyson does, right?
I don't know.
But at the same time,
that's crazy to me.
Well, Mikey's almost in his 60s.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that should not be happening. Now, just straight going, a fight between Mike and Jake Paul. I would say Jake Paul should win. You can never count out Mike, but I'm going to go Jake Paul. Matt?
I think that y'all are reading too much into it. I don't think that it's about him trying to prove himself that he's a boxer anymore. I think it's just all about entertainment, make the biggest bag that he can. I think that's all it is, man. I think they're just reading too much into it.
Don't call it a boxing match.